What is up, my friends? Let's talk about it. So, I just was like, I'm so behind on videos, honestly. I've been meaning to release a couple of videos, and they're all like on the Premiere Pro and just waiting to get like edited. But we're talking about the newest Bad Bunny album that just got released out of nowhere. And this is after the Yo Hago Lo Que Me Da La Gana album came out. And now he has pretty much, I would say, blessed the timeline today. So happy Mother's Day to all who are mothers of just mothers, whether you have kids, pets, whatever, you are a mother, and to also fathers that were mothers, and vice versa. So happy Mother's Day to all. And now let's talk about the newest album from Bad Bunny, La Que No Iban a Salir. So pretty much a quarantine hit is in here, and it's a quarantine title, as he says, and I'm loving it. I've listened to pretty much the whole album already, and my favorite song definitely has to be En Casita with Gabriela. It is so good, and you can just repeat that one and keep listening to it, and it is pretty much relatable. So there's a total of, I see, let's see, there's 10 tracks on here. So we weren't expecting a huge album, especially after the last album. So the last album had like 20 tracks. So 10 tracks on here is already a lot, because that last album came out, I think it was like February 29th, I believe, or the 1st of March. I don't remember, but we had that album not too far ago, and we just got this newest one. So this newest one, as I said, my favorite song on it is En Casita. Definitely a great song to keep on repeat. So the tracks are Si Ella Sale, Más de una Cita, Bye Me Fui, Canción con Yandel, Pa Romperla, Bad con Nicky, Bendiciones, Como Se Siente, Ronca Freestyle, and En Casita. A total time of 30 minutes, and it is just something that hits very much so. So I'm enjoying the album so far on the listen, and I like the also the Don Omar track. I got Nicky Jam in here. You got Yandel. So he got a lot of people on this album, and it's sounding really good. I believe that there is a music video out for En Casita. I haven't really gotten into looking into that, but for a surprise album being released out of nowhere, especially on a Sunday, which is usually a pretty slow day to release anything in media, honestly, and you mostly have these album releases going on Fridays, so it was pretty interesting, and on Mother's Day to top it all off. So Mother's Day is trending, but you see more of Bad Bunny, Benito, some tracks trending more than that, so you really see the power of Bad Bunny in here, because people are putting it above Mother's Day. So all jokes aside, however, happy Mother's Day to all of you, as I said, but this definitely is a great album to listen to, and I highly suggest you definitely go check it out. As I said, my favorite track is En Casita. So Bad Bunny was teasing this album on his Instagram live session that was like about 3 hours long, and many fans were expecting, oh, he'll probably release something around the fall or not too close yet, right? But no, he just pretty much came out of nowhere with this one and just said, here you go, here's all the music. And as I said, it has a lot of features, Nicky Jam, Yandel, Siana Lennox, Don Omar, Jay Cortez, and it's pretty much up there to be a album to get us through quarantine, I feel, because most of the tracks and all that have a sort of thing revolving around them, and I guess that's just cabin fever of sorts that you get, and the thoughts that you're getting while you're pretty much having to be on lockdown and all this. So his latest album actually made a high charting history with a Spanish language album coming at number 2 on the Billboard 200, and it is still on the top 10. So we're pretty sure he is going to be reigning supreme on those charts with this release, because the hype is pretty huge on it. I mean, with 90,000 retweets already from his album being released at 11:24 a.m., we're bound to be getting an album that's going to stay on the charts, and I assure you En Casita will definitely be one of those songs that will definitely be up there. So I'm definitely excited to see more to come from him and more music, because you can really tell a lot from this album that he's just getting started, and I think he's becoming more mainstream, I would say, in the United States. I think Creepy Crush was the song that really put him in here more, and the latest album and the features, and then just all of that with Nicki Minaj and Travis Scott and remixes is just making him be more of a household name here in the States, even though he was already huge in Latin America as well, and also Europe. Europe, for some reason, always has a lot of Spanish songs going big over there and artists, but I think once you can definitely ease your way into the United States, that's when you know you go even catapult to bigger things. So definitely looking forward to what comes next. The Drake feature as well before, that was another thing that made him come up a lot. So it's looking like Bad Bunny isn't going to be stopping anytime soon. And this album just proves that he still has a lot in him to say. And I mean, from the last Yo Perreo Sola, that is definitely going up there, especially with all the talks and all that. But did y'all hear about the whole thing that he dropped a song that had Anuel on it? Because apparently of everything that happened after Yo Perreo Sola video came out, and many people are saying that Anuel was sort of dissing Bad Bunny about the whole video and all of that. So that would probably be the case why he would have dropped that song, although none of them have said anything at this point. It could just be maybe that song's going to be on another album he's releasing, so we're not too sure exactly what's going on with that. But it is very interesting to note that he is missing from this album, which many people were expecting the song to be on here, or it could be an Anuel song, who knows. But I thought that was kind of interesting to see exactly, and I guess we won't really know much about what's going on between them until we get some more insight from either of them. So we're pretty sure to hear some news from Bad Bunny about what's coming next after this, and whether we will get some more new music, or if we're going to have to wait now, because he's dropped a pretty good amount of content for whenever touring starts, all of that. And that's going to be interesting to see as well what's going to happen with touring, not just with Bad Bunny, but with all artists as well. And I want to make a video about that as well. And so I got a lot of videos I want to make on the music stuff. So we got the whole touring thing, the whole TikTok situation. As I said, you can expect some of these songs from Bad Bunny to appear in TikTok, like I said about Tekashi and all the other music I talk about. That is the way, my friends. You get one or two tracks and like snippets of them, put them on TikTok, inject them in there, and things will start to blow. And you gotta get a good duet. I mean, like, look at it. Like I always say, Drake was the one who pretty much said, hey, all my fellow artists, do this and your chart number will go high. And Tootsie Slide was that first one, because I think prior to that, artists were doing that, but not really on the scale as what we're about to see in the coming months. I'm telling you, by the end of the year, TikTok is going to change completely from what we know it. It's going to be a whole different platform from what we're used to, because whether that means a good thing or a bad thing, it is yet still to be seen, because it's sort of a hybrid, I feel, right now. So yeah, it should be interesting to see once these songs do hop on TikTok, how they're gonna do. And I'm just interested in that, honestly, to see that whole effect that it's gonna have on the industry. And because at this point you see it, you start seeing it, because I think people start to expose things a little bit more that they see. And so TikTok, you learn a lot, and what I've learned is that we're already seeing this being done with indie artists, and imagine once the labels hop on there and everything. So it should be interesting to see how that will affect the charts and what Billboard will say, because Billboard kind of did change how things were happening once YouTube and Spotify and everything was coming out. So I think they're going to have to change that again once TikTok starts accounting for all of that and what that means for them. But in the meantime, go listen to this album. Highly recommended. It is good from beginning to end. It's 30 minutes. Get you going. En casita, I'm telling you. Next hot single coming pretty soon for the summer. But let me know your thoughts. Have you listened to the album or not? Are you a Bad Bunny fan? And anyways, what other albums do you want me to talk about? I'm going to be talking about the Kalani album, as well as the Haley Williams album, Lil Durk, and also I might check out the TJ album. So any other albums that have come out or singles, all of that, let me know by following me here or subscribing down below, or just commenting all of that. We're on the road to get to 15,000 subscribers on YouTube and 100 listeners on Anchor, so close to both. So make sure you're following me wherever you're listening to, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And I'll see all of you next time. As I said, happy Mother's Day. Stay safe, stay positive.